Hi there and welcome back to the Message Marketing Pod. I'm your host, Christopher Melotti from Melotti Media, and this is episode 118, Corporate Copywriting Services. Is it a cost or an investment for your business? So let's face it, business is a challenging space. It involves a lot of tough decisions, choosing what to invest in, finding the right people, making changes that will allow you to thrive and more. In today's market, things have just gotten even tougher, but you still need to make these calls and hope that you're doing the right thing and achieving the right outcomes. So whether you're getting a larger office space or adopting a new platform for your staff or hiring a new member of the team, you have to look at these things as investments, not costs. So what about your brand? Well, to thrive in the market today, you need to invest in more than just physical spaces, training, and tech. You also need to invest in building your brand. Why? Because your customers are looking for a relatable beacon of recognition. Through all of the marketplace noise and clutter, people are looking for something they can truly understand and connect with. And that's what your brand is to people. Well, if it communicates correctly, that is. And that is where copywriting becomes a very smart investment, especially when it is written by a message marketing agency, because it's all strategy. See, I know that in the world of AI right now, it's easy to just go into AI and just say, write this, write that, or put this together. But that is where you get very simple, very straightforward, very cliche writing, whereas a brand requires sophisticated, niched, very nuanced writing. And that's where a human-to-human connection is where you need, especially because that's what brands do, is that they're human-to-human connection. And so this is something that most businesses and large corporations and companies understand. It's important to have a comprehensive brand pitch, a fully maintained website, and an active social media presence, amongst many other forms of communication. I'm sure that I'm not the first to tell you that these things are crucial to building brand awareness and establishing creativity and credibility. But there is one thing that businesses often overlook, and that's the investment in corporate copywriting. Because most people assume that copywriting is as easy as putting together a few words on a page and making them actually mean something and sharing them with your readers. That's where professional copywriting services become an investment, because it's really important to not just spam words on a page, because people can interpret them differently. They can damage your brand or they can solidify your brand. So that's what I'm trying to say in this episode is, what if you look at corporate copywriting as an investment? Well, let's talk about it. First and foremost, what is corporate copywriting? So corporate copywriting, or sometimes people call it business copywriting, covers any strategic piece of brand communication used across all industries for businesses of all sizes, from internal documents to marketing collateral to promotional materials published for an audience. So this is again also called enterprise copywriting, and includes things like website content, blogs and articles and key opinion leadership pieces, marketing and sales collateral, corporate capability documents, SEO-friendly materials, promotional materials, advertising, press releases, public relations, and more. Just think about your favorite brands and how they talk to their customers, either via TV or radio ads or social media or press releases. These are a creation of a corporate copywriter. So it's not just about putting words on a page and minimizing the risk of, say, grammatical errors. Corporate copywriting is about having the right strategies in place that will put your business on the radar, connect with your specific customer types, and therefore yield a return on investment out of the budget that you put in for copywriting. While corporate copywriting may sound like a business cost that you can, potentially reduce by delegating the work to your existing staff, most businesses today recognize the importance of giving this task to specialist copywriting experts. In fact, content marketing in business is a widely used strategy, with a lot of businesses now using content marketing strategy, and many of them reporting extremely highly successful results. And that, what it comes down to, is making sure that you've got a specialist in the hot seat, being able to communicate the right things, even if it is just getting together with you and your team to articulate the value and put together the messages that are all in your team's heads. This happens a lot. So back to the question, is business copywriting a cost or investment? Well, of course, the short answer is it's an investment. I'm not just saying that because, we offer enterprise copywriting services as businesses, as Melotti Media. But as a business ourselves, we understand, like at Melotti Media, we understand the value of investing in things that can do the following for us, which is, any business would invest in anything that does these 4 things. 1, makes tasks easier for your team. Number 2, improves your operational efficiencies. Number 3, helps generate more leads. And number 4, allows you to connect better with your customers. So suffice it to say that corporate copywriting can do all of these and more for your business. Now, a lot of people might be thinking, oh, but it's too expensive. It may be just better to just do it ourselves or ask AI or something like that. Now, this is something that many businesses say, but at the end of the day, you can do this with many of the business costs that you do. Like, for example, you can go out and do your gardening, but you probably don't. You can probably do your admin, but you probably don't. You pay people for this, especially like bookkeeping and accounting can be done very easily by AI or being outsourced. But chances are you probably invest in it. Why? Because it's more accurate, you can rely on it. And when there's a human behind that and someone that's external, you can have frank conversations. So in the end of the day, it's not about the expense of these services. It's about how much you care about your business, because choosing a professional service provider, regardless of the type or its nature, is not dependent on how much you value their service, but on how much value that it gives you and your own business. So as a business investment, corporate copywriting ultimately pays off if it's meant to help your business get the most out of strong and strategic messaging, digital presence, connecting with customers, providing leads, building brand awareness, arming your sales team with collateral, and more. So look, you're not alone. I get it. In a time of budget restrictions and increasingly tough business decisions, choosing which business cost to cut and which to choose and go ahead with is understandably challenging. However, as an expert in your own niche, you understand how much your business helps your customers on so many levels. But to communicate this value, you need to make sure that you have the right brand messages and that they are seen across the right platforms where your target audiences are. And this is where corporate copywriting and message marketing comes in. See, investing in corporate copywriting means tapping into the potential of fully developed brand communications, tones, identities, and marketing content to attract more leads and therefore earn more revenue and build a more profitable business. When you're running a large corporate company or an SME business, you can get a significant ROI, return on investment, from copywriting or corporate copywriting when you work with the right marketing copywriters. See, not only does copywriting allow you to remove this task off your checklist, which I'm sure you're probably saying hallelujah, but also helps your brand become more relevant in a world where your readers are continuously searching for content. And that don't just think that they're reading, it's also video scripts and all of those things that you're doing, your sales marketing messages and your collateral. All of these things is really, really important. So here's 5 ways that corporate copywriting services contribute to a return on investment. Number 1 is getting professional copywriters saves you valuable time. I mean, I've covered that already. Time in business, time is money. So when you have a professional copywriter, it just means that you don't have to waste time with AI or your team or be distracted. It just means that it's just done for you. Number 2 is having corporate copywriters allows you to delegate tasks effectively. Essentially, that you can just go, here you go. Here's my brief. Here's my brain vent. Here's all my ideas. Now make it into something that I can actually use and my team can use. So by investing in this kind of service, you can assign tasks based on your team's expertise, and you don't need to worry that the person doesn't have the skill because the copywriter will be able to do that for you. Number 3, professional corporate copywriters provide you with expert input and advice. Now, at Melotti Media, we don't just take your brief and then just go, yep, sure, we'll write it, see you in a week. Is that when you come to us and you approach us, we give you our expertise. Like, we're talking 15 plus years of marketing expertise, and that's just me, let alone my team. So beyond freeing up your time, we can also provide you with our experience and expertise and give you that fresh perspective that you're looking for. So, it's like being part of your team. It's like you can come here and go, listen, Chris, this is something that we've always done for years. Do you recommend this? Or what do you think? Or is this confusing? So that's where we can also help. Number 4, copywriters create strategic content from your brand. So as I've already said, it's more than just putting words on a page and removing all grammatical errors, although we do that. It's about messaging strategy. And so that's what we're trying to do here, is the main goal is to make it like strategic enough to cut through the clutter and the noise in your brands. But it's also about SEO. It's about understanding your customers, understanding their pain points, and understanding the messages that are going to resonate with them. It's about putting powerful call to actions and creating expert content that you and your team know so well, and translating it into tangible messages that you can use across so many different channels today. And last but not least, number 5 is having professionally written corporate copy boosts the customer experience. Remember that as business owners and managers, our customers are always at the top of our list of priorities. And the experience they get at every interaction point with our brand is so absolutely essential to make sure that we get right. And if the messaging that they're reading on your website or your pamphlets or your brochures or at your stand or whatever interaction point that they're having with your business, that it's all about taking care of your customer across every step of their journey with your brand. Whether you're a small business or a large multinational corporate, when you have a really comprehensive way of talking to your customers at all points of their journey, it means that they have a great experience and they're more likely to convert and stay and tell everyone about you. So that's where it comes down to, is those 5 advantages. So should you invest in corporate copywriting services? Absolutely. The thing is, you should treat your business copywriting service like any other investment. It's all about ROI and investing, because it means that you're investing in your brand's image and credibility, especially to the public-facing customers, but it's also internal as well. In the end, what you're getting out of this is better customer loyalty, clearer communications, more consistent messaging, and more opportunities for revenue generation. So that's what we're trying to do here. So if you want corporate copywriting services that are an investment, not a cost, reach out to us at Melotti Media. We are able to help you, and I'll explain how. It's easy. 3 steps. Number 1 is we talk about your goals. Number 2 is we understand the objectives and then put your content together in a format that you need. And number 3 is that you've got a copywriting team that you can just flick projects to, ask advice, and then we join you on your journey. So that's how it works. It's nice and easy, and you can trust us. So if you want to learn more, visit our website, melottimedia.com.au, or email us at enquire, ENQUIRE, at melottimedia.com.au, or give us a call, 1-800-663-342 in Australia, of course, and we can sharpen your words to achieve your goals today. So if you need any assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode 118 of the Message Marketing Pod. I'm your host, Christopher Melotti from Melotti Media, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the next episode. Thank you.